Welcome back. We are on the final day of Summer Segment Scramble 2 Round 1, and we do have two more matchups for you. And the first one is something I've been looking forward to, if I have to be honest. This is a game I had just like kinda, on my radar ever since the matchups were drawn, something that I personally just found very interesting to see how this one will play out. We obviously do have the defending champion Crab1k entering SSS2 this time around, and he's going to be playing against Venix. Should be a very interesting one. I have on my side, like last game, Fresh Riggy. Hello?
Hello. I am also here.
And he's going to be taking you through the veto this time around. So, Riggy, take it away.
So the veto, as we have come to learn, you each get 4 different vetoes on the 9 available ones. Venix, you have the lowest seed, so it's your choice. Do you want to ban first, or do you want Crab to ban first?
I would like Crab to ban first.
All right, Crab. Say which one you would like to ban first.
I would like to ban Countryside.
Countryside's gone. Okay, Venix.
I would like to ban Epsilon.
Iflam. Crab.
All stun jumps.
Venix.
All races.
Crab.
Trevor.
Venix.
Third way.
Crab.
Deep inside.
Oh, okay. So, Venix, you get the final choice here. Which one do you want to ban?
Fresh meat.
Fresh meat, which means we are running Blitz play once again. Stay tuned here. We're gonna just quickly run to an intermission while our runners get ready with their save file. And yeah, we'll be back in a bit.
Alrighty, and we are back. The runners have their save files prepared. Actually, am I crazy, or is Crab1k still on Trevor here? Yeah, so Crab1k, you can switch to Mike already and then pause on that cutscene. Just so we have that properly set up. And no delays here. No, we wouldn't want to retime, do we? Looking excellent. Alrighty. And then, are the two of you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, then Riggy, do us the favor and count them in.
Yeah, I'll go 3, 2, 1, go, and on go, you unpause and skip the cutscene. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go! Good luck to both of you.
And off they are. Blitz play. Ain't it lovely again?
Yes, Blitz play is definitely the longest segment that
I was
we have.
making myself a juice.
Well, actually, it's close to
I was
Epsilon, I
making
would say.
myself a juice.
Yeah, depends on the how good the runners are.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But, yeah, Crab1k, of course, is, like I said before, the winner of the tournament we had 2 years ago.
The blender slips.
So,
Juice goes
on
everywhere.
paper, he should be the favorite to win this one.
Bag of grass. Big
Definitely.
bag,
I think
jimmies.
Venix,
Okay.
on paper, at least, a bit of an easy to underestimate runner. Looking at his PB 117, that's obviously like not too good, but I know that he has at least a very good Travis time, and I do believe that he has, well, on paper at least, a lot of potential. So I always like see how well he can hold up against Crab1k, especially in an RNG heavy segment like Blitz play.
Yeah, there's a lot of RNG in the final non-linear split, of course. And Crab here has quite a bit of trouble. He crashed, I think, twice on this drive already.
Straight to shock treatment when
Meanwhile,
you're
Venix doing the dive out strat, getting it perfectly. Well done with that.
You two relax.
It's always very interesting to see in these tournaments, especially with runners like the two of them that we have here. Crab1k taking an odd way up there. Very interesting. But yeah, it's always interesting to see how well prepared runners actually are. On the one hand, of course, how warm are they in that sense? Right now the SSC queue is filled with like 40, I did work through half of them earlier today, but 40 ILs from Crab1k, but him actually running like a proper category, at least a segment, I don't think we've seen in quite a while. He did some in an Epsilon run, just in time for the seeding, but we haven't seen him really do too much, and that makes you wonder. We know how good Crab1k is, and we've seen his, him unlock all that potential at Summer Segment Scramble 1, but is he still in the form that he was in 2 years ago?
I would have said probably yes. I think speedrunning GTA 5 for him, similar to someone like Saurus, is just second nature. And I think he's just so naturally talented at it that I think even being away from the game, although we don't really know, has he actually been away? Like, it's also, we don't really know that, do we? Maybe he was just doing offline
we really don't.
stuff
Offline grinding, you never know. Yeah, and Crab1k as a runner, like, I don't want to say not many people had him on their cards for last SSS, but I don't think he was one of the tournament favorites. I think people are looking at mainly So and Unnamed.
Yes.
And Crab1k, just like, everyone knows of his potential, and I think this is a direct repeat for this year of SSS. We don't really know how was his form, how well has he kept up with all the new stuff. Did he practice a lot? We don't know, and I feel like many people have him very high up on their predictions, like maybe top 4, top 3, maybe even in the finale. But I feel like if you want to predict a winner reliably, I almost wouldn't say that anyone would really like pick Crab1k out of intuition, because there's so many, I don't want to say better, but more reliable picks in that sense, right?
Yeah, I think he's in a similar position that he was in 2 years ago, where we don't really have him on our radar, just because he's not been around that much. We should say, though, that Venix has actually finished Fame or Shame before Crab1k did, and he did not get a free cab or a quick cab, but he gets one to spawn anyway, which is nice. Crab did get a free cab.
Quite a bit ahead. Yeah, it's messing up again. It's fine. Quite a bit ahead, Venix, at this point, and these are these small things that we talked about during Fresh Meat that I don't want to say are even worse in Blitz play, but they do also play a significant role in Blitz play, where the favorite runner, especially because I think here the runners are a little closer together actually, where the favorite runner, just by like having small minor screw-ups that just like kind of build up a little, that don't mean that the lower tier runner is falling behind, but that the lower tier runner isn't that far behind just in itself, leading to eventually things really being able to turn during Blitz play, as Venix does pick up the bike, which...
Yeah, nice little Hakuchu there.
I was gonna say, that's a Hakuchu, which I think, God bless, should not be a strat you should go for, because you want the texts. God, Alexonics did, tell me a bunch of that stuff, but I
believe
sure.
The entire drive is basically trivial now, because you need to get a certain amount of texts. But however, just for show, doing the bike strat, I think, is a really based.
Yeah, I do have to agree. I do have to agree, and like one text not gonna make all the difference anyway.
Yeah.
In the meantime, he did stick with the cap. So let's see if Venix can actually pull it off. The strat that I always thought was like a little bit weird, and I wasn't really consistent for it up until the point where
the wrong hill.
I was gonna say, where just a few weeks ago I had to do this for one of those cinematic clips we did for the SSS production, and I realized that I've just been going up the wrong side all the time. And, well, Venix does share my fate in that regard, and through that mistake, Crab1k almost caught up.
Davey.
Yeah, they're basically exactly the same now.
It's like a few
Basically,
seconds. Yeah. Very cool. Do hope we get a better execution here from the Deadman walking shooter than what we were able to see the last time the segment was run. Obviously, not
Yeah,
any of the attempts.
I didn't see it, but I heard that someone died 6 times or something like that.
6 times, yeah. Gordo and Max, they did. I think Gordo died 6 times, Max only like 2 or 3 only, quote unquote. Things can go wrong in a tournament environment, obviously, as Venix eats a shotgun shot in his face, manages to go through, and so does Crab1k. It's all gonna be fine. Shortly confused why people were spamming Blitz play in chat, but all fine. And now just dodging all the enemies because we don't care about them.
Ooh, Crab1k got really, really close to dying before the health pack there.
I was gonna say that was really close for him. Down to like almost 1 HP there. But all fine, all fine. Very friendly positioned health pack from the game, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it's definitely a good place. It's also a good thing that we don't get the we don't take damage from going through the glass.
Oh yeah, that would be pretty funny. But yeah,
I think Crab has got a bit of a bad cop spawn there. He'll lose them a bit later. Meanwhile, Venix has already got rid of them.
Still has them. Now just losing them. That was pretty late. I think they'll lose him a little bit of time here. Making his way to the meetup point with Michael.
Yeah, it's also something worth mentioning. Someone is pointing out this is going to be the first upset of the tourney, and yeah, it is actually. Oh, Venix got re-seen. No, he jumped. He was in the air. Yeah, that is going to be absolutely horrible.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a turn of events. Crab1k gets blocked, yeah, but he manages to avoid.
That is very unfortunate. I think Venix was in the air as the cop spawned, as he came into the cop's reach. He has to be careful not to get too close to Franklin there, but I think he is aware.
Yeah, he does look like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that in mind, we do have a 9:15 for Crab1k. Let's see how much that cost Venix. But you can already see quite a bit. Like 20-30 seconds most likely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a lot. Yeah.
Painful.
Very
painful.
Unfortunate there. Meanwhile, Crab1k is doing a safe warp to Michael's house and starting.
I don't know about this.
Yoga. Yeah.
Ain't that fun? Ain't that fun?
I actually would like everyone in chat who is watching right now to stand up from your chair or your sofa or whatever you're sitting on and attempt to do all the yoga poses for yourself.
Moves. Amazing.
Come on, let's do it, guys. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay, you know what? I'll tag along just so I'm not lame. But yeah, unfortunately, there's not too much to go through on this mission, and we do have quite a few of those missions up ahead. Thinking of, for example, mini sub. See if we can, find some good ways to bridge these. I have something to think about. I have something thought up already for mini sub that we can potentially do. But yeah, for now, all they do are the yoga poses. Matty ain't standing up. That is the way to go, my friend.
There.
Okay, now the one for Crab. This is the one I'm kind of worried that I'm... No, not that one. The next one that I'm going to fall over.
Yeah.
Let it out, baby.
Yeah, I do. It's just really a testament of my, lack of... it's like being able to balance out and shit, because...
Now.
God bless, I mean...
I got it!
Oh.
I'm not falling over!
You feel that?
I'm doing fine, I think, so... Like my balance is just horrible. I keep realizing that. God. Okay.
Okay, the
Now
next
for the
last
final one. The
is
final one should be fairly easy, right?
that
Yeah, just
one's
like a really long one. We'll be crawling on the floor in a few seconds.
Yeah. I should have vacuumed today, actually.
These are the things you realize when you're crawling on the floor while commentating a GTA 5 speedrunning tournament.
Your lungs, they work, yes?
Let's just say I didn't have that planned this morning.
Yeah, no, me neither. And well, even if I knew I was gonna do yoga if we end up on Blitz play, I wouldn't have wished for it because, God, this segment, man.
Yeah.
Breathing is almost the most important thing, no?
All right. Making our way through the final poses. Now I actually have 2 reasons for this to be over as quickly as possible. One of them being, merely boredom on stream, and the other being my physical condition. Alrighty.
Oh, this one hurts to look up on the screen. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, looking up here is really problematic almost, because I'm also like half under my desk even. So this is actually okay. Now I can actually properly see it again.
Jimmy!
All right.
Nice.
Jay!
Sweet. It's good, like doing a little bit of exercise in the evening.
Exactly. Yeah. I was missing that for today.
Yeah, me too.
Bullshit.
Did just go for a walk earlier today, but no exercise yet. So glad to have that out of the way. Cool.
Exactly. Cool. We are going to drive to Burger Shop
Where's your
now.
friend?
Yeah, after exercise we can actually like it's a balancing act, right? It is always a balancing act. After you did some exercise, you can then treat yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. I do 1 push-up. That means I get to eat 1 burger. That works out, right?
I think so. I'm no health expert, but I'd give you the go for that. It does sound logical, right?
Says the dope smoking, game playing, live at home, Worlo's living millennial.
All right. In the meantime, we do focus on this drive. Another one of the well, I don't want to say the more complicated ones, but it's just a Michael drive. Not very keen on any of those, where obviously with Franklin's special ability you can go a lot faster, so it's more fun, but you can also be a lot better at dodging cars and managing your way through traffic, both because of his ability but also because of his just general stat, I think. And the tailgater, I like the tailgater, but it's not the most friendly car when it comes to dodging this kind of stuff.
That is true, yes.
So, want a drink?
Alright.
Because normally...
Let's see, we get both of them get the blocking the drugging with a coal. It looks like Crab1k is doing fine on that one. Let's see, Venix. It's called the cab now.
This is
Now needs to put the phone up immediately. And that looks good.
Yeah, it's looking fine, right?
Yeah, Crab1k unfortunately has a bit of a spin there on the final turn. Gives Venix a little chance to catch up.
You fucking shit. I'm
Yeah,
protecting you.
I do think they roughly kept their pace between the two of them.
You're too crazy, Dad.
As I say that, he gets demolished, but just has to back out a little bit.
Traffic there.
Alrighty. Cool. And now a little bit of cutscene watching just to calm ourselves
we
down.
know all about it. We've all sat through prologue before. The unskippable cutscenes. The bane of our existence. Do you think, Storm, GTA 6 will have the first mission of the game, whatever it is about, will also have unskippable cutscenes?
I'm not sure, because I don't think Rockstar got a lot of shit, quote unquote, for these unskippable cutscenes. We obviously hate them, but I don't think like generally people care too much, and I get it, but at the same time, I really don't know what the reasoning behind it was. If I knew, then I could judge it a little better, but I'm really... I did... Yeah, sorry?
It is weird, though, that in mission replays you are able to skip the cutscenes, but not from new game.
I really don't know, and for the most part, I feel like, especially if they're gonna lock online again behind, I think at least completing prologue or whatever the mission will be, I could see them take it out potentially, because like you do want people to try and get into online as fast as possible, I suppose. I think someone saw talk about that earlier.
Yeah. Or if you launch the game, you just automatically get into prologue. Not prologue, online.
Oh, God forbid that happen. All right.
Yeah, Crab1k got a Sentinel, I believe, and Venix got a Gauntlet, which are both decent cars, I would say. It's Sentinel XS, yes.
Of course. Yeah,
Ooh,
honestly,
traffic
decent.
crap. But yeah, this is what I mean. Like, it's just very obvious to a seasoned runner that traffic pattern, there was just no avoiding it, so you have to brake.
Yeah, exactly. I think Crab1k, except for this like minor hiccups, I think he had a little on Fame or Shame, has been doing a very decent job so far.
Hey, Michael.
David.
He is one of the more
isn't this
gifted
nice?
runners we have, obviously.
Yeah.
One last tournament all.
Come on.
And yeah, it is at display here, and he did move ahead of Venix by quite a bit. I think throughout Yoga they kind of kept their pace, didn't they? Roughly 20 seconds-ish again?
I would something like that, yeah, I would say that.
Let's take a look actually when
Taxpayers treat you
Davey
right.
enters the car that did
I
spook him
need
a
you
little
to make
bit.
a couple of calls.
1759.
First guy is Franklin Clinton.
Hey, I barely know that.
And for Venix that will
No
be.
more car accidents.
He's fixing up my car.
Call him, or we'll send some G-men
Also
to his
spooking Davey.
aunt's
It's a
house.
pretty funny one.
Okay.
Yeah. A little bit less, like 15 seconds.
Now, Trevor Phillips.
Oh,
Nothing
That's going
lost
up
yet.
immediately.
I ain't called.
Yeah.
I thought you might say that.
Alright, another one of those drives. This
That's a dumb move.
not really
Oh.
traffic concerns for anyone. Well, you don't have to worry about traffic if you run into stationary objects.
Clinton is going to
That is
Yeah.
much higher on your priority list to fix, first of all, before you move on to dynamic objects. Also, Crab1k isn't very happy as he's missing a bunch of brake boosts here on this drive, which can really make the difference. It can be agonizingly slow. This is one of my lesser favorite drives when I started running, because I just didn't really know the brake boosts. They don't feel very intuitive. Crab1k even gets up the on-ramp here to grab a couple of backup brake boosts.
I wonder how controllable
getting to
and
decent speed,
discreet
I
he'll be
Yeah.
when he sees
It's
the guy
fine.
who killed me and put Brad in jail. You know what? You
Also,
better
something
keep a
I
low
discovered
profile.
when I was practicing this segment was if you flip Davey's car onto the parking lot where the helicopter is, you will mission fail. But after the cutscene, but you will still spawn back at the Arcadia Center.
I have seen that before. Yeah. It is painful.
Yeah, very painful.
Alright, now to more boring stuff.
Remember them? You get tied
Yeah.
down?
Don't
Flying.
want to be like, you know, that kind of person. Fresh meat I found just annoying the missions. Blitz play I just find plain boring. Nothing really against that person way, but oh my, what is Venix? Okay, calm down, buddy, calm down. It's all gonna be fine. Minor complication, I'd say. Nothing to really worry about, is it?
You fuck around while I'm out there.
Did a little front flip for style.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you didn't blow up. Not that would have mattered too much. Honestly, thinking about it, I wish you would have blown up. Just, you know, entertainment would have hardly lost him any more time than it did anyway, so
Yeah.
may as well go for content. Right.
And we have another unskippable
Still have this thing
cutscene.
so far up your
Yeah,
ass, your
although
tonsils will
technically it doesn't have to be a
break.
cutscene. You can, as Crab1k displays now, also
If we
just
can't do
wait
that, we
outside.
can. It's in our guidelines.
Like
Yeah.
a sequence, I suppose.
What would you say is the reason why we can't burst in
Grab his other arm.
right here?
That is a very, very, very good question. I have no idea. I never thought about this. I asked myself the same question 15 seconds ago,
Yeah.
and I have no clue.
It's
What do you think?
funny. I don't know. It's just I think
Six flow.
maybe lore-wise the game wants us to, you know, figure out, hey, this is actually quite shitty what they're doing right here.
Most likely, yeah. But,
those are
you know.
bad people. They're just beating up random strangers that they keep hostage.
Hey, we need to be clear of this building.
Man. Yeah, I'm wondering law arguments for it. Maybe Michael had to wait for Franklin to get in position because, quite frankly, Michael flew then a helicopter immediately and then roped down. I have no idea how Franklin beat him on the tower, but
Yeah, this is a good point actually.
he did some brake boosting, I'd assume then, I guess.
Well, yeah.
And they have a fast elevator. Alright. On their way back, tell me maybe, just to do like a little bit of strat discussion here too. Why is Crab1k taking this weird route through the towers? Like, what's up
So,
with that?
if going through the towers means that the 2 helicopters behind him will crash into the towers because the AI is not smart enough to avoid them, and will just follow you on a direct path and not look out for
Blown out of the sky. Just saying.
buildings.
Yeah, that does check out the... Venix struggles a little bit with taking
Yeah.
on the helicopter, actually.
Had to reload, unfortunately.
That is always very painful.
Yeah, and it also means that the chasing helicopters get a better angle to go through the building, so potentially he could be dealing with 2 of them here, but lucky enough he does not have to do that.
Let's go.
Okay. Luckily though, no real hiccups for either of them in the final stages of this. Actually, wouldn't want to talk too soon for Venix at the very least, as Michael is having a little bit of trouble shooting down the last heli.
Fuck this! What the fuck is going on?
Okay, T, take us back to the lot.
And now we have a flying back to Los Santos section.
No cab warps? Apparently not. A little bit of a sad one.
I guess not. Yeah. What we're doing here as runners is basically farming texts as much as we can. This is this flight back takes about 1 minute, and yeah, we just want to get it over with to get a lot of texts on this flight.
Exactly. I do believe we are looking at 4 texts we're getting on this section. I could be wrong, but I believe it's 4. Could pull up the holy text sheet if I really wanted to, you know, dive deep into that. But texts are crucial in Blitz play because we obviously are going to be looking at the non-linear section during the Blitz play split where we're preparing for Blitz play and, you know, just also doing a bunch of other missions like Meriwether Heist, Hotel Assassination and stuff. And there's a lot of text RNG involved in that, in getting the initial setup text for Blitz play, getting the text for Meriwether Heist, getting the text for Assassination. There's a lot of RNG involved in this, and we could technically save warp, not immediately, but we could fly into the correct zone and then save warp for Trevor. But we don't want that because we need those texts to be able to properly move our way through the segment.
Like I said, I don't rightly know what we got. You're going to have to be more exact in your questions.
And it's scouting time, and I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah. Scouting also regarded as one of the most boring missions that this game has to offer. Certainly I would regard it as one of those.
Yeah, it at least has a little bit of variety. That's always what I, you know, have going for scouting, contrary to a mission like Minor Turbulence, where you drive a little bit and then fly for 5 minutes and then fly back for 3 minutes. It's just tedious. I don't particularly like it, and this mission at least has a bunch of stuff going on, right? A little bit of RNG, quote unquote, even in the end section. But it is agonizingly long.
Yeah, it is one of the
problems.
Yeah, there is, like you say, the driving bit at the beginning is fun because you take a really cool route, I would say, through the sewers and onto the train tracks and stuff. It feels really fast, but then you get to have to do Floyd pushes, which Floyd pushes that can also, like, you know, break your run easily.
Security Consulting.
Yeah, I do like Floyd pushes a lot. It's a very cool strat that people found, and also very fun to see.
Park and get the dispatch.
Here comes the
But yeah, let's see how Crab1k manages to do that. Meanwhile, in chat, I see a mention of a Steve manip. We did look into that, or Twisted did, and then I did a follow-up research based on the things that he found for mission skips with director mode. But even that relied super heavily on DM as a glitch to be active, the character swappability. So, having looked into the text queue a little, I don't think there's a way. But maybe one day. Thought the same about gauntlets. I believe I tried to figure out if you could somehow or stingers rather. But that just also wasn't really possible. So I do believe in terms of text manipulations, we are at a dead end. But that, you know, that's really a horrible one. We did come a long way. If only people would figure out mini-sub.
Now, what's the Coast Guard response like?
Cutting it close here, Crab1k. Oh no, Floyd. Okay, let's focus on the problem at hand, as Venix also makes his way now. And that is gonna be, and that is exactly what we're talking about, right? This is precisely it.
No.
If Venix doesn't screw up now too, which it's already like not looking too hard for him either, but if he doesn't, you know what? I won't even speak. I was gonna say
it's better to just get out at this point.
Yeah, and he did mission fail too. All right. Yeah. Also put it back in the way potentially. Never mind. All right.
Never mind,
Both of them stuck on this atrocious section now.
I just said
What can I
it
say?
it is interesting that both of the runners have failed the Floyd push, which is a hard strat to do.
Think they got on it?
we just
And
didn't we ain't missed that
It
one.
is. I myself am not very good at it, admittedly, and I'm not shaming on anyone for failing Floyd's push. It's one of the hardest strats I think we have in the
Goes
game.
right through. This stuff's just been
I
sitting
would
here.
say so, and you can, if you're not careful, you can unlock the Floyd space program as well.
Legendary for obviously clips by multiple different people that experienced that, among them Dag and Rake.
We need 2 guys on the number.
Always very fun to see the Floyd space program. Obviously not hoping for anyone for that to happen to anyone here. Although a Floyd space program SSS2 version, how cool would that be?
How about I run that
It would
prick
be
over
quite
this
cool,
thing?
yeah. If it wasn't for the time loss that comes with
We
it.
don't get the containers, they're gonna check your car.
Sometimes you have to swallow a bitter pill.
Always nervous.
Right.
Relax.
Not always, sir.
Like, do it for the content.
Do it for the content, for sure.
It's just doesn't
It's
really
It will be, that will definitely be a play when we finally get to run Epsilon in this tournament.
I know why they call them handlers, because they handle like
Ricky.
Because surely there has to be one opportunity at some point, right?
At some point, 2 people that both like Epsilon are gonna be... I think the problem is that there's not many people that actually like Epsilon. There's many people that are good at it. Like, Anthony vs. Alex would have been a no-brainer, for example, for Alex. Or not a no-brainer, but it would have been very doable for Alex to go for Epsilon. I think even with the worst RNG was best RNG, okay, yeah, that's, you know, not really a comparison you can make, but even in that case, Alex would still have a very good shot at winning it. And
Be careful.
but why would he risk it? He's so much better at the normal categories than Anthony is. There's
Also
no
true, yeah.
reason. So
It's like if for example Rake was facing me in Epsilon or in this tournament.
Up to the top of the train for me.
Well, it would be cool if we ran Epsilon. It would kind of be, people would say, oh, it's kind of logical that, oh yeah, they're obviously going to do Epsilon. Rake would be silly not to pick something I'm worse at.
exactly, because he knows he has such an advantage in the other categories compared to you. Even if you both like Epsilon, there's just no reason for him to go for it.
Exactly.
And I do believe that if the 2 of you actually play, and it's maybe not like a very critical match, like a 2-2 matchup in Swiss or playoff game, then I could definitely see Epsilon come in, just because, we're also like everyone who likes Epsilon. It's like just kind of a little bit sad that it has been disregarded so far, and I think we're gonna get it. Or races are more skeptical.
Yeah, definitely in I think in best of 3 or best of 5.
Yeah, for sure.
I believe we will see it there at some point. However, I will say to anyone who's facing me, I will never ban Epsilon.
And you said you wasn't
I just can't do it. I just cannot bring my heart to ban the category that I like running the most.
That is just really based.
Over the second container in Bay 1.
It is my favorite. Yeah, it is my favorite.
Galabo saying that there's no way it'll happen in a BO1. I do pray for the Riggy, Rake, Anthony. I don't know if there's other people that want to tag along to that too, but I do hope that it will at some point come out. As I said, I feel like the thing is, all races as a comparison doesn't have such a fierce, like group of people fighting for it. I think there's a bunch of people that like all races, but as a top runner, you'd be foolish to try and go for it with all the RNG. And as a medium runner, you're most likely just not good enough or don't know it enough to really go for it. But I feel like for like a midfield runner or races, that's a category that's very easy to learn. It's a category where you can totally, catch a top runner off guard if they let it through into the veto.
Absolutely, yeah. Which is also something that is like I want to keep in mind here. Venix has a bit of trouble with the second container, but yeah. Meanwhile, they've actually been going through the motions here with the little mini game. I mean, it's not really much to say about the game.
I'm very glad we found something to talk about other than this.
Yeah.
I don't want to say atrocious, but it is just really boring and just going like, yeah, now it's gonna pull up the container and guess what? Then it's gonna drop it 5 meters further down the road. It is just not very entertaining, is it?
No, definitely not. Yeah, but I think we had a good little talk there. Yeah. And like Anthony and Dagger's now said in the chat, I vow to never ban Epsilon. So that means if for some reason I get to face Daggers now, we already know what's gonna happen.
we do, and I'm not even 1% pissed off at that. I love it. Do want to at least see a little bit of Epsilon. Also, like a little bit of countryside and deep inside. I'm surprised I haven't seen these
all
segments.
of the stuff. That I would also like to see all races actually.
Me too. I'm a huge fan of it.
Yeah, it's a fun category to run, and especially against someone else.
For 10 years.
And yeah, countryside, deep inside, and all races. I think I know we'll see them at some point in this tournament, but I would like to see them in the best of one still somewhere around next week. That would be cool.
Me too. And as Marcus said in chat, if we do Epsilon B1, price pool will increase. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. Also, just want to put out there, I am matching that. So the price pool will increase twofold. Well, twofold with the increase, not it overall.
Yeah, I was gonna say dangerous wording here. In general, dangerous because you don't know by how much, but
I believe Marcus did say $20.
Yeah, I believe so too.
And so did so I said, you know what, make it 40. We were just talking about that before.
Let's see about the RNG here for Venix.
Yeah,
obviously the gauntlet doesn't matter, so.
Crab got a saber? Is that a saber? No, it's a. Oh, got it.
Car names I'm atrocious at. GT Online Racer. And yeah,
I got
Galabo did
for
put
Venix.
it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Galabo did put it pretty well in chat. I do like MS, even though everyone generally sees it as a huge meme. Gotta say though, mission skips, no DM, a little bit of a pain in the ass. Not sure if I'd wanna, advocate for that being a good category. Obviously not, but not even something I particularly like. But yeah, like MSDM, That's fun. And DM in general, like, I don't know why people hate
I
it.
think no, I agree actually. I don't know if you remember, but when you taught me to do the DM glitch, I was just it was a save file that I had done an epsilon run with, and I just played around, with the rest of Trevor percent with it.
I do remember.
And I just really just enjoyed my time doing it. I don't see myself ever running it because I think it's a little bit too complicated for me, but
Hold up, Fiku. 3 runners, okay? 3. There's 3 of us. And one of them is on screen right now.
yeah.
Isn't that a funky coincidence?
Put some respect on that.
It is a cool category. Although I gotta say, especially for any percent, I just find it really cool. And the third one in chat, like, holy, we're here. Put some respect to our name. I do find it just cool to see how low we can push this game, without New Game Plus or any of this crap. Like 2 hours 20 minutes for GTA 5 is completely insane.
It is, and I mean, it is what you would call true any percent, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Hundo DM Classic Animus when? Is it still being routed? I didn't. I will do that one day, I always said, and I stand by that, because I think this will be an amazing run. Both of these will be great fun. The problem is just, as always, time, right? I just don't really have the time, especially with me working now.
Yeah.
And I did promise Rake to also do our missions at some point. So getting ahead of myself with the promises. But, we have a lot of time.
We've heard runners say that they'll do all missions and not follow through before.
Alex.
Alex Oida.
Yeah, well, want to quickly put that out to the public again. He promised it me summer 22, summer 23, summer 24. Still has not happened. I hope he's in chat and feels guilty.
Where's this?
Right. Crab1k in the meantime arrived at Safari. He has quite a substantial lead as we're just yapping through these annoying missions. Anthony.
Yeah, no,
I will
Anthony's
not.
a mod. I can't ban him. Yeah.
Cool. Crab1k doing pretty good at avoiding that, and at the same time grabbing a nice break boost. Like, honestly, wow. Impressive stuff here from Crab1k as Venix takes the gauntlet to Hood Safari. Hope he doesn't
I don't know
store it
why
out of
he
instinct.
went out of sleep mode. Because he hasn't received the mini subtext yet.
Nice to wait. Should have gone for Minip.
Hey, be on point. This fool janky.
Yeah, he might not be aware of how to do the manip.
I mean, now I'll have like 5 people scream at me in chat again, most likely that Manip is inconsistent and doesn't work. To which I just say, no, wrong, it does work. But he did get it now, I believe, on first possible with delay opportunity, so he's good to go. Nice little panther blocking his way.
Crab1k on the shootout.
Yeah, obviously. Ricky, tell us something about the shootout, maybe.
Yeah, shootout is basically you don't have to kill everyone, you just have to kill a certain amount of people, after which you just activate Trevor's power. Obviously, you do the shootout as Trevor, also has to be said. And go until a certain point, which you'll see Crab1k right here. And get a mission fail here, which will warp your companions closer to you at the point you mission fail.
MC Clip, wait right there, dog. Hold up.
Rightly so. And now just making his way down the hill. Small little checkpoint abuse happening there. I was gonna say, not sure what that exactly was. I might have to almost. I mean, I can't now.
I think what Crab did was just try and do the quick fail thing like you do on the mission fails.
You think so?
Yeah, I think
that
just
would be an
Alt.
explanation.
Yeah, you just pressed Alt and to get a quick mission fail there, I believe.
I was unfortunately paying attention to Venix's screen, so I didn't rightfully see it.
Yeah.
But in the meantime...
Oh, Venix! The grenade bounced off of the light pole.
Did have to jump a little to avoid that, but looking very good indeed.
You don't need to kill this guy. You can just move forward now. I'm not sure Venix is aware of which enemies he has to kill and which not. He's still shooting at people, whereas he could just start running.
Yeah, I am surprised he's still taking them out. But it doesn't really matter, I guess. It's Crab1k trying to move his way past the Lamar that isn't very cooperative, is he? Yeah, the camera
very
shake.
bad heli spawn there for Crab1k, so he's going to lose some time on losing the cops here.
Yeah, he's not a fan of any of this, and this cop spawn now too. Oh yeah, oh god. Okay. I think he'll be fine, but oh no, he's probably gonna go around the side, yeah, and just playing it that way.
Probably the safe bet here.
It's a very, very good backup strat. Okay. Probably gonna go for switch strat then if he's here anyway.
I would assume so, yeah.
I think he knows.
Yeah, just we switch back to Franklin here. We have to move a few steps and then switch back to Trevor.
Okay. That is looking very nice indeed. And
Venix has missed the helicopter.
Yeah, he did miss the C4 though earlier, trying to take it out with the SMG now. Struggling a little. I think we've all been there, right?
Yeah. And I think he's out of reach. No, now it's out of reach. So he'll have to deal with that helicopter when he gets into clear space again.
That is painful, yeah.
Yeah, the helicopter, missing the helicopter with the C4 is... I'm not sure if he attempted it, but yeah, it's a very unfortunate thing because the helicopter's just too high. You can't shoot it right here.
Yeah, the aim on this section is a little wacky. You can't aim that far high up, and yeah, he's still struggling with that. God, that is so painful to watch. He's losing a lot of time here.
Yeah.
This Crab is already turning for the long mini substrate.
So, submarines, Storm Raid.
They're fun.
Have you ever been in a submarine?
There's so many different vehicles in this. I haven't.
No.
Have you?
No, I also have not been in a submarine.
No, never been to the Titanic, have you?
No, definitely not. No, that's that. I would be very apprehensive of doing something like that because it shows a lot of stuff can go wrong. Recent happenings show that. Meanwhile, Crab's hatch has closed.
Oh.
So he has to resort to dolphin strat here. What about jet skis? Have you been on a jet ski before?
I haven't, but I have been on like one of those like speedboats, I guess. Obviously, it doesn't come close because it's like you still feel like a little bit more safe. But well, just you know, speeding onto on the waves like a little bit more of a more compact boat. I have done. I think that comes close enough.
I would say so. Yeah. Also, have not been on a jet ski before in my life.
I imagine that to be quite fun.
That yeah. Maybe I'll do it one day.
I never say never. So for no mini sub crash or anything here, very good indeed. And yeah, meanwhile, Crab1k almost done. I have a little question for you, Reggie. A little bit of a guessing game.
Yes.
If you're down for that. And Crab1k is one of the few selected people that were able to participate in all iterations of GTA 5 tournaments, being the Travis Tourney, Summer Segments number 1 and 2. How many people do you think share that privilege? So I did look it up and I was surprised.
I imagine it's gonna be a fair few people, so I would say it's definitely Alex, Hustle, Rake, me.
Is that
I have
covered
participated in
properly?
all of
It'll
them.
be fine if we just.
Are you being short with me?
No, sir. I'm certainly not being
I would say
I'm just
Sal
not
as well.
used to this kind of pressure.
Yeah.
If you turn a crew onto
Obviously, Crab1k, I just mentioned. I gave you that one already.
Yeah.
I didn't
So
put
I
anyone
think
on
it's-
to anything.
That's 6 people.
It is.
You don't want to
Yeah.
just
I would
walk away.
6 people maybe.
It actually, meanwhile, Crab1k derailing. It is actually 12. 12 people, so you've missed Max, Gentleman, Dilla, M-Toms, Marcus, Daggersnow, and Wolf.
You're sure
Oh
it'll be
really?
okay
Oh,
then?
I see.
Grand total of 12 people.
Yeah, I would have been
alterations.
sure that all of those participated in SSS1, but Trevor percent, that's kind of where I was a bit where I wasn't sure about.
Yeah, I really, that was really surprising to me too. A bunch of these names I didn't expect to. I mean, I knew they were around, but I didn't know they actually participated in the 12% tourney. Yeah, very, very interesting fun fact. 12 out of 32. Didn't expect that to be anywhere close. If I didn't write it down, but if I had to predict before I actually looked it up, I probably would have said like 6 or something, maybe.
Yeah.
Without trying to name them. Very, very interesting, and a good way to bridge this. Another one of these boring
Yeah.
drives.
One thing that did happen is Crab forgot to pre-dial the number for the by the book mission, Steve Haynes' number, so he had to do it after the mission passed.
Maybe he was also interested in who participated in SSS1 and the 12% tourney. Maybe
Yeah,
he's
maybe he-
listening in on us.
It's entirely possible, yeah.
But yeah, by the book in the meantime, the last mission that Crab1k is on right now before we go into the, well,
I only brought him in after
just like, you know, non-linear part of this segment.
Yeah. The big
Arguably
Blitz.
the more fun one. And Crab1k actually not even on horrible pace, I'd say.
and he'd unearth this connection, then what?
I'm sure you know that better than I do.
Kills my family.
Pace isn't horrible, definitely for you know, tourney run. I don't think he's gonna PB because you'd actually just you acquire the good RNG, and this being a no reset tourney run, obviously, find that highly unlikely. But he is on pretty good pace, I'd say.
Does he know how long
Well, let's hope it continues then.
you've been working with the
I do hope so too. Is Venix close to being done with this
Barely feel.
boring mission too? I don't know if he pre-dealt Steve. Sure he did.
Maybe had done on the mini subsection.
Yeah, I wasn't paying too close attention.
Yeah, exactly, same here.
So how are Steve
We'll
and Trevor?
find out in a sec.
Seems like a productive relationship.
Well, like I said, he's got his uses.
And as you can see, we're trying to take
He has
Yeah.
pre-dialed. Nice.
this thing with the agency.
Meanwhile, Crab doing a little stunt jump. Hell yeah.
Right. And what about Trevor?
What about it?
Showing
I
off
need
a little
some
bit.
resolution, Davey. You let him.
Honestly,
You
good for
said
him.
the whole thing
Did
back
go
in
for
the
that the
beginning.
first few times I ran Classic too, just because I was so used to that from mission skips, but
According to my
it is
eyes,
significantly
Trevor's your
worse
problem, Dave, as much as he
because
is
the
mine.
brake boost you want to be getting on this mission, they're, I think, all, at least I don't know of any on the right side,
Yeah, he has.
or on the left
Plenty.
side, and
I
there's
keep
no real
changing the
good
subject. You know, he thinks you might actually
good
commute
brake boost to
Brad's
pick up
sentence
here
when this
on
is
the
all
rest of the drive, so
That's good.
you do lose
Fine
a
work. We'll send a-
fairly substantial amount of time by doing that.
So that-
Okay.
This is a mess.
Oh,
Oh, selecting the wrong, selecting the waterboard method here.
that
Which
is a
is-
unique one.
Yeah, it's probably the slowest.
We're gonna get him.
I'm not sure which is the slowest actually.
I have no idea. I just know that, you know, you do kinda sometimes accidentally select the
Well,
what do you even call what you do, like where you pull his teeth out.
Woo! That is a wrap, my friend.
Dental.
But Yeah, like, let's just put it that way. We don't want this account to get into trouble, of course. But yeah, that does happen sometimes. But I don't think I've ever seen a waterboard before in a GTA 5 speedrun.
I'm just trying to think what is the fourth one. So there's the teeth pulling, the wrench, and the waterboarding. What is the fourth one?
The electricity on his.
Oh yeah.
It's just.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I actually don't know how this works. Like, yeah, just the jumper cable. So that's a fine way to put it, I guess.
Exactly.
I am not very well versed with the terminology on torture devices. I'm very sorry to disappoint you here.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah, it is, but at the same time, if I had to look at the wrench every time, I'd probably look away. Like, force myself to look away, because just makes me feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know which one I would rather get tortured by, to be honest. I think.
How about? Yeah, continue.
I think if you think about the lasting damage, you probably would want to be waterboarded, because the waterboarding doesn't do any lasting damage. It's just in the moment, right? Wrench to balls that's gonna hurt. Wrench to knee, that's gonna hurt quite badly.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. How about we just drop this topic? I don't know how we
maybe.
derail to getting tortured now. It isn't even hostile on commentary, and we still managed to do it that way. My God.
Right.
Trebek looking for free tow or free garbage truck. Obviously, a free garbage truck in this section wouldn't really get him a lot.
Yeah, he did not get a tow truck at the airport, and now he's waiting for the text as to make sure that he's not close enough to the mission spawn.
Because this category is torture. You say that while you're watching. This is us having to sit through this commentating. As
exactly.
Crab1k
Yeah.
finally got the text, and he does get a garbage truck, fairly well positioned.
How did that Panto driver die? That was the most feeble of hits.
I'm also not very sure how that happened, but I guess it is a Panto.
Yeah, I won't protect the driver all that much.
Yeah, exactly. Trying to see, maybe Crab1k. I mean, like, obviously, no free tow truck, no big deal yet. He can still run into one. But as Venix wraps up by the book now, he's gonna be looking at. He's quite a bit behind with that, quite brutal crash, even more so. But I don't think a free tow truck could save him here, or alone. But if he wants his way back, then that's one way to do it. It doesn't seem like Crab1k gets another tow truck here. Okay. See this RNG for Venix now. It's very common to run into a tow truck immediately as you make your way up the on-ramp here. Not on-ramp, just off-road ramp, whatever you want to call it. There's a small tow truck, and that is very painful indeed.
No, there's
another one.
Yeah.
And you take those.
RNG there for Venix to get a tow truck there.
Yeah, and that, gives us a race again, because also on his way to the getaway, Crab1k does not seem to find one, and he's actually extending further because he doesn't have a getaway yet.
Yeah, I think he's taking this SUV right here.
Yeah, that is a little painful. That's why I personally tend to always just take the garbage truck and spawn in the getaway vehicle. I don't know actually if there's one of the two that is significantly faster. I guess it does depend on your RNG than on the getaway vehicle. Crab1k here getting a little bit unlucky. Having a bit of trouble. Okay, there he goes now. Calling Michael. Let's see if we can nail the switch strat.
No, does not look like he did, yeah. Venix is also waiting for the text from Steve Haynes here. Not sure if he's no, he's not quite close enough. Too close, I mean.
That is beach. We do take those, I guess. He does have the buffalo. He's gonna be making his way to masks. Oh, and he doesn't have assassination tags either, obviously, so he's gonna have to wait that out first.
Yeah.
Do remember that the whatchamacallit, the text block zone, I guess, for mask as a mission is quite big. I remember looking into
good
that.
garbage truck there for Venix.
Wow, I wasn't even paying attention to that screen. That is honestly amazing RNG here for him.
Yeah, just gotta make sure you don't get the cops here.
My Crab can put sleep mode on. This is getting a little funky here. It does manage to move past mask. No
Venix.
Problems. Into assassinations. a little
Oh
bit
no,
of a,
don't get stuck now. No, there's no way.
No
he got
way. Is he pulling the demo
no.
mute? Is he actually pulling the demo mute? I mean, this isn't as bad, but
No,
that is bad. Yeah,
No.
well, he's gonna respawn now. Oh, okay, he did exit. Good. Okay, he's aware.
Yeah, but he lost the tow truck as well.
I mean, yeah, but he is aware of the problem.
I think had he got into the tow truck before mission failing, he might have been able to keep it.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was not the way to do this. Oh god, I think he may have just actually lost this race with that move.
Yeah, I think maybe would have been worth getting into the tow truck to move the.
That could have worked actually.
Yeah, just push it back a little or something like that. Would have been what my intuition would tell me. But random cop chase right when he loads back in from the director mode, re-rolling the car spawns here.
Yeah, this is double pain now. I'm not sure why he did decide to blow up the garbage truck. Like, I think he should have known that causes issues. Well, not cause issues, but you know that it would despawn the thing.
Can't go wrong with that guy.
I'm really unsure.
Crab is going through the menus quite slowly here.
Yeah, obviously picking up all the weapons, well, not all the weapons, but required weapons for just to make our lives a little easier. On in particular the Blitz play shootout that, you know, does actually make a significant difference. And well, we have some time to kill you anyway. Just take a sweet time though. Only 23 seconds now left as he gets back into the buffalo. I guess the buffalo's a fine enough car. It doesn't really need a new one, but I personally like to scout for like maybe getting like a Feltz or something. 9F potentially. Yeah, Crab1k doesn't seem too interested in that. Okay. Crab1k now dealing with the guy. I'll just call him the guy for now. And moving on.
Mr. Lowry.
Mr. Lowry.
You get what you give out, Mr. Lowry.
That is
what
the line
Franklin
indeed.
says, yeah. Which, by the way, Edmund Lowry, also a character in Red Dead 2.
Oh,
He's
really?
the murderer in.
Oh, is that his last name? I do know that. I didn't even.
Yeah.
I didn't do that in my first playthrough. I didn't know it was a thing. Only did it in my second playthrough, and it was scary as shit.
That is one of the most scary ones for sure. Yeah.
And yeah, because I see confusion in chat, I do think he did lose the tow truck that was doing the getaway vehicle, and he gets highway. Things are really going from bad to worse for him, aren't they?
Yeah, it looked pretty decent with a very nice garbage truck spawn. Then a very angry NPC truck made him get onto the on-ramp in a very bad place. There was actually a tow truck there. Couldn't take.
All right. Venix moving to boiler suits now. A mission where Crab1k was just at a few seconds ago. So surely they're on similar pace, right?
Yeah. I'm not too sure about that one.
the beauty of non-linearity.
Yeah.
As Crab1k makes his way to more.
We saw
it earlier too. Yeah, but that was an entirely different story. Like, yeah, that was even more fucked up than the one we have now.
Transport.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Godo and Max.
Godo and Max, yeah.
Hurry it up. We need some transport.
Beautiful,
don't
beautiful.
I'm coming,
All right.
man. Oh, we taking my
Off to
car, are we?
another
I'm dropping you on the port city side of Marion
acceptable
Thunder
drive.
overpass.
Once again, just not one of my favorites. In general, driving with anyone. Michael or Trevor isn't very fun in this game, and Crab1k to start it off immediately hits a light pole.
Weird out for detail.
I got an eye
It's the
for
small
details.
sacrifices.
Get little details like your brick of blow being dropped.
Venix actually wasn't in sleep mode either.
Hey man, I'm
Didn't
grateful
put it
for
on
that,
now.
dog, But buying cocaine is a whole different thing from sinking a container ship into a harbor.
I believe so, yes,
Not really,
Galabo, I
kid.
believe so.
It's all about what's inside.
Cool. So what's the thing, man?
As yeah, he does not have the Sultan for
But I know
mysterious reasons. I don't know, did you see that, Ricky?
Merryweather?
Yeah, maybe.
I only saw that he got a highway switch.
So
So I wasn't paying attention to the car set.
Yeah, me neither. I just assumed he'd take the Sultan, and then, I was watching Crab1k, but
Yeah,
oh
the
well.
army.
It does happen.
Army. Only they're private.
I am not sure if that's just, him not really knowing. Because I think I've heard of people that don't really like the Sultan either. But honestly, with the cars you have available there, you
This container at the port.
really think there's a way around it.
Yeah, no, you're not really spoiled for choice.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Alright. Arriving at the sniper nest for Merryweather heist.
Hey, dog, I'm in position.
As
Let me know
Venix
when
just
you're
now
ready.
makes his way to assassination, he is... I don't think we can even estimate really, although neither of them have a tow truck, so that should be fairly comparable,
I'm in
but
position. Damn,
yeah,
that's
they
a long
are...
way up. So make sure I don't run into any trouble.
They are
when I
not
get
very,
there.
very close together, I dare
Alright, I
say.
got you,
I
homie.
don't want to say it's over yet, obviously. Things can still happen. We have like 10-ish minutes still left to go. But I wouldn't be making my hopes up here if I were Venix. Or a Venix supporter.
It's clear, man. Climb aboard.
Things I do for old friends.
I was Asterope is this car. I was like thinking what it's called.
Got 4 bombs to plant, kid.
Alright, let's
Look
see if
out
you can
for me
find
while
a
I do it.
decent
There's some serious
one on the road.
First bomb.
Does not look
ready
like
to
there's a
go.
lot of things here. No cars spawned at ammunition as well.
Hey, do this quick, man. I don't know how much backup they got below deck.
I can do it.
Yeah, I,
Do it right,
well,
okay?
Looks clear.
do think he is... Surely he wants to get a new one. I don't know how good or bad the airstrip actually is,
Halfway there.
but it does look like a car that you'd ideally want to replace when you're already in this area.
Yeah.
So speeding up the buying process here a little bit to then have a little bit of time to actually look for a car should be in his interest. He did not grab armor, I think.
No, he did
No, he
not.
didn't. I wasn't quite sure on the... Seeing that on screen is sometimes a little tricky.
I think Venix might just stick with
He might have
Astro.
to.
Because not a lot of stuff is...
Yeah, the game isn't really friendly to him. Like, you did make a mistake, but there's no reason to go that hard on him. I was gonna say, if that car drives off now, then oh god.
Oracle, yeah, I guess it's a little better, I suppose, but...
It's still fairly mediocre. This is just had a passenger still with him there for the time being. To hope they don't pop his tire. He's quite far, but it seems to be fine. Okay. Now, making his way, why did he take that way? I'm sure about that. But yeah, I mean, like, that's fine, I guess.
Doesn't need to get boiler suits anymore,
Yeah,
so...
he
he's
did
just-
realize. Well, whatever, that doesn't really matter. It's like taking a little bit of a detour here. making his way obviously to the mission that Crab1k is still on, making his way through the heavily scripted sequence of enemies here.
Some more guards! Go, man, I got you covered. Get guys on the main deck!
Okay, so people are discussing the GTFO speedrun server in chat, I see. A bit of a weird one, but sure. Shooting out the lights here, Crab1k. How cruel.
You can blow the charges! That's on your...
We're talking about ILs.
Get away from the ship! They going
Oh
up!
my god,
Oh,
don't
God.
get me started, really. Don't get me started.
Let's just drop this entire topic.
I'm in the drink, T. Where you at?
Not far out, Saber.
Yeah, IL shouldn't go into PP posting.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not.
Not a huge fan of ILs, but
We can only make an exception for Triathlon 3 ILs. New Game
for
Plus.
Triathlon 3 New Game Plus ILs.
Yeah.
The people in the knowing, they know. Everyone else, stay clueless. Oh, watch your record. It's quite fun.
World record holder, by the way, on your left side of the screen. So
If we knew what it was, it would.
It is indeed quite a few ILs world record holders, especially since this morning.
oh no,
New stuff the Twisted Hound, but
Venix got cops.
this
now
is
he
going
only
from
has
bad to worse.
Oh no, he still has the. Is he just taking Travis' truck? Oh no, he's
No, he
taking
isn't.
the
Okay,
Oracle.
he did realize. I was gonna say, you can't see it on the side of the screen. What's he doing?
Yeah, it's really gone downhill for Venix, who at the start of the Blitz play split didn't look like he was out of it yet. With like really good RNG, he could have probably saved it, but yeah, a few questionable decisions.
And worse RNG, to be fair.
And worse RNG has, kind of put a stop to that.
Yeah, his fate is pretty much sealed, I'd say, at this point.
Yeah, it's no real way of returning from this, to be honest. Chris Crab1k is finishing up the Merryweather heist, and then afterwards there's only going to be the tow truck and then the Blitz play mission left for him.
Yeah, the thing is just like kind of that, especially a runner on the level that Crab1k is on, they're just not gonna make a significant enough mistake to even allow you to get back into this, right? That is, I think, the problem. It's like, if you're playing like two midfields or midfield runners or whatever, then, you know, there's always a chance of someone messing up, potentially, you know, being a little too fast, dying on the shootout, dying on the drive, whatever. Like, there's many things you can do wrong still. But a player of Crab1k's caliber is just not gonna make these mistakes. Oh, but then jinx him.
Or is very unlikely to make the mistakes, yeah.
Yeah, they never say never, of course.
Yeah.
Never say never, but he is getting a lot of speed on this drive. Any reference getters? Parking very carefully. I see many people just run over the old man. He's gonna take him up with the gunners, I assume. Oh, or just spooks him.
I think he's just scaring him.
Never mind.
They're still running him over.
He demolishes him, yeah.
That's very... respect your elderly people.
Yeah. Like, running over old people, not very cool. Would have to ask you to refrain from that.
Yeah, I see we did get a sub from Reza Bob here. We thank you very much for that. And at this point, I think it's fair to say that all of the subs, bits, and everything that we get in terms of Twitch revenue goes towards the prize pool for the event, which sits at $1,250 right now. Yeah, just wanted to quickly mention that.
Yeah, only more to come. We're very grateful for the, you know, overall reception of the tournament and the money that has already come in. Obviously, we, you know, are thankful for everything that comes in, but at the end of the day, the bulk of it is going to go to the runners, finishing in the top 4 of this event or taking home cash prizes.
Yeah.
On top of that, the top 8 still getting merch. Some of that you can pick up for yourself if you put exclamation mark merch in chat, or just, you know, not scroll up, but even look up a little bit, because Marcus, our tech guy, did do that. No, just now again. Maybe it's time to you know, a small, just like, appreciation moment for Marcus, who has been doing tech all day.
Yeah.
What was that? 7 games, I think. It's been one hell of a day, and with the tech issues we had this morning, we also had to migrate our entire tech stack, which Marcus was also involved in. So, huge respect. Some you know, claps or salutes or whatever you want to put in chat.
Claps for Marcus.
We're very, very thankful for his effort and all of the other effort that has gone into this tournament so far. There's a lot of people that put a lot of effort, and I'm very proud of this and very happy with how this production turned out. Right. Crab1k on his way to the grand final of this segment, at the very least, in
All right, T, I'm in position. What's
in
the
this
ETA?
round 1 of the tournament.
Looking for him.
Blitz play, obviously notorious for its shootout. Shootout I personally like a lot. I don't know about you, Ricky. It's quite hard to learn, but fairly satisfying to pull off.
Definitely, yeah. Once you get the gist of what you're supposed to do, it's definitely... One thing I still haven't learned is where to place the proximity mines exactly. I just kind of wing those and hope that they do the job.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think Hustle taught me a lineup like a year ago or something, and I think I still remember that.
Stop.
But the proxy mines are always, you know, like just kind of winging more or less, and they usually did a good enough job. Like if one of them fails, it's, you know, yeah, whatever, just RPG the thing. But in general, the shootout I am a huge fan of. Let's see, Crab1k, obviously. I'm playing it safe, not with the through the first person C4 though, which I personally do too. I don't know, I've never bothered to learn it. It's very similar to the Hang 10 climb. For me, it's like if you fail it once, and you may as well try for it again, and then you end up being Alex, who sits there and you know, tries it 7-8 times. A little bit of slander.
I'll be up here.
We love a bit of slander here.
Never get out of here.
We do, obviously no bad.
I think Crab1k did not buy a proximity mine.
Oh yeah, it does look like he didn't. Not that that's gonna be a huge deal for him now, is it?
Hey, they coming from behind! Down the alleyway!
Okay.
It's those cops! Get up the alley!
But he is gonna be quickly making his way through the shootout. I was gonna say, it seems like he forgot about the heli?
Yeah. Looks like.
Not sure what he's doing here.
Yeah, the snipers won't have spawned until you take out the chopper, I believe. Right?
I am not sure. I don't think I've ever seen anyone not take out the chopper. He does believe that the problem seems to be, you know, the cops spawning at the very front. So he's gonna be quickly taking out a bunch of those. Let's see how he proceeds. Now realizes his wrongdoing, potentially. As
Still
he's
not
still,
spawned.
did he just forget?
More cops coming from the front now!
Alright, now he's on Michael's part. And if he switches now, I believe the snipers will spawn in.
Don't mind me!
It's one very obscure category. Only 2 people have done director mode, and I bet. Alrighty. Venix making his way to the free tow, I say, to the scripted tow truck, as he didn't get a free one. As Crab1k, with a little bit of problems on his way to finish this shootout, does miss the heli, finally manages to deal with it. Just a cleanup task after taking out the snipers. And then he's gonna be doing what now, Ricky?
Buffered ledge grab.
Exactly. Do you want to explain that strat again? Because we haven't had that in a while, I think.
You rebind your phone special button to the same button that is the jump script key button, which in most cases is space, or L, Okay. It's getting too technical for me here. Anyway, what you do is you put the phone up when you're in cover, press the jump button, and then don't put the phone down. And then when you do put the phone down, or when you get out of a car and spam Q, you will warp back to where you set up the ledge buffer. Or if it's out of bounds, you will just do some wacky shit.
Wacky shit.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Not quite sure.
It is a way to put it, honestly. I would have
Yeah.
blamed you, Riggy, so please, time is about to be there for Marcus as people are spamming on-screen celebrations on chat. I'm not sure what that's exactly about. But yeah, time for Crab1k. 1:16:21.
Yo, I see a lot of hostile sleep
I
paralysis.
see a lot of hostile, yeah. Doesn't that make one happy? I think it does.
Well, yeah. Congratulations to Crab1k finishing it with a time of 1:16:21.
You can see Venix actually go for the ledge buffer to
Yeah.
get a faster Blitz player intro.
May have been listening to what I said just now about the ledge buffers, so pause and
Maybe.
fishes, everyone.
Sure, no bad things will happen here, but surely not, right?
Surely
All
not.
gonna be fine. All gonna be
No,
fine.
it's gonna be fine.
I do want to believe that this is a lineup here, as here personally. I do have my own. Let's see this.
Looking good.
Yeah, a little bit overshot, but fine.
Nice.
Very cool. And now it's gonna be making his way through Blitz player mission. It should like roughly take 4 minutes or around that. Obviously depending on his speed. I do want to believe that for Crab1k it took a little longer. Speaking of Crab1k, do you think we should move him in here for a quick word?
I think so, for a quick little
Right, then
debrief.
I'll
Yeah.
do that, and you can ask him some questions. Hello.
Crab.
Hi.
Congratulations on the win.
Yes, thank you.
How did you feel about your run?
All right,
was so
T, I'm in
best.
position. What's the ETA?
Where are they?
Well, yeah, you
Pretty
got
understandable.
it was actually quite close.
are.
I'm not sure if you were
Incoming.
watching, but
Get
it was
ready to
actually
do
quite
your
close
thing.
on the entry to
right,
that
Mike,
Blitz play
move it.
split. Venix got a free tow and a free garbage truck, but unfortunately got the garbage truck stuck, so
Lanes of traffic.
he kind of lost both of the vehicles. It's very unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate, but yeah. Well, I mean, you said yourself for your runs.
Alright, I pulled up.
Venix accidentally
Right.
exits the vehicle. It wasn't the cleanest or the greatest, but you did pull through and, you know, managed to win as expected. If you have any final words for the audience or anyone, then you can put them out here. Otherwise, we don't want to be keeping you.
Well, I guess see you in the next match.
Yeah, exactly. We're
see
looking
you.
forward to it.
Definitely.
Good luck on the rest of the tournament, and have a nice evening.
Yeah, thank you.
Right,
Sounds
bye.
like they counting numbers, homie.
Looks like
Cool.
He didn't.
half the LSPD.
Michael's invincible.
Oh yeah, that shenanigans. All right, yeah, I was busy getting or releasing crap from this
Never get out of here.
this bird in here that is talking to us people.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Proxies did look very unique. I'm not sure if that was a lineup. And looking at Venix still aiming the gun, he doesn't seem to be too confident in all of them blowing up either. And yeah.
he may be doing it like me and just winging it.
Yeah, like you can like roughly judge where they're gonna land anyway, so. Alright. Also almost forgetting about the heli, but does manage to take it out in time and swapping to the grenade launcher, finally wrapping it up.
Cops coming from the front.
Before switching over to Michael, quickly taking out a few people here towards the front, before then going to Trevor and taking out the snipers.
Hold your nerve. Put these guys down.
Still missing one. There he goes.
Thanks for you down there.
1, 2, 3. And back to fighting for Cleveland.
Snipers are gone. We're clear.
See if you can like actually properly hit the ledge buffer, because while Riggy was beautifully explaining it, Crab also didn't quite get far enough. Had to run a few meters.
Yeah, that's something I also struggle with. To be honest, I've only ever successfully pulled off this ledge buffer once. And that's in my PB that I got ahead of the tournament. Yeah, before that I never really knew what I had to do exactly.
And that's reasonable, right? So not the easiest strat, I guess, for someone not very involved. Obviously, for most people that are consistently running this game and not spending their time riding horses.
Yeah, you gotta keep in mind this is my secondary speed game.
It is. And for that, you're doing, honestly, pretty well. As I was gonna say, didn't the phone come up there for a second?
It did. It was very weird. Yeah.
I wouldn't dare talking shit about the horses. I love Adia too.
Yeah, so do I.
And yeah, as people say, that was sort of winnable for Venix. It was, but he also didn't have the cleanest of runs, so it ended up actually being a 6-minute difference between the two of them. At least almost, as Venix takes another car with him here in the end. Time coming up for him too. It's 1:22:04. GG's in the chat.
Yeah, GG's.
And let's get Venix in here for a word.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
GG, Venix.
Thank you.
Yeah, very unfortunate there on the garbage truck.
It's just skill issue, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to win, but yeah. I mean, I wasn't expecting at all to win, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it would have been, a little overambitious to expect so, but I don't know if you were paying attention, but Crab1k got a 1:16:21, and while that's still 1:20 out of your PB, but it kind of did feel winnable to a certain extent. You were not even that far behind him going into Blitz, and when you had the free garbage and free tow truck, we were almost getting a little excited, but then just kind of everything went wrong for you, didn't it? Like all the horrible RNG, you had to even DM reroll, highway switch, like the game really wasn't kind to you, was it?
Nah. But it's fine, it's Blitz play.
Exactly, you know what you get. And it's also Swiss, so you do have at least two more opportunities to shine here on this stage of Summer Segment Scramble. Do you have anything to say to the people in chat, to your opponent, maybe even anything that comes to mind?
I thank Crab for running, and I just want to say that you shouldn't run Blitz play as a first segment. It's very clear.
It's very reasonable, very, very reasonable. The commentary team thanks you, I think, because for us it's also not fun.
When I'm
all right. Yeah. It was a pleasure having you on. We will be seeing you again next week, at least hopefully, unless there's like some forfeit shenanigans happening, but we're of course hoping for the best. And we wish you a pleasant evening still.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.